Carrie here. I'm going to be hitting up the epic mountain bike trail out of the Santos Trailhead here in Florida. So I'm doing a 42-mile bike ride. I'm just going to do 23 today and camp out at Shangra-La Campground and then hit up the next 18 or 19 miles tomorrow back to my car. So overnighting bike packing trip here. These are the signs we're following. It's the Omba Epic Mountain Bike Ride. 9 more miles to the land bridge, which is a bike path bridge that goes over Interstate 75. So after I hit that up, it's probably another 9 miles to 9 or 10 to my campsite. So maybe another 18, 19 miles. So got a late start. Didn't start till about noon, but I should still be able to make it there by dark. Looks like they recently did a burn back behind me. I'm guessing a prescribed fire because it's in a area surrounding a forest road, like a dirt road. So anyways, glad they're not doing the prescribed fire today and glad the trail's not closed. I would have been sorely disappointed. Got a gopher tortoise sighting up ahead. Guy's moving pretty quick. Made it to the land bridge. It's about the halfway point. This bike path up here, it crosses I-75, Interstate 75 in Florida. So anyways, halfway there. So probably about another 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours to go. A bear warning sign. Hopefully I don't see any bears. But I did bring a little bit of rope for hanging my food tonight at the campground, so glad I did that. Here at Shangra-La, just a little before 4:30, so about 4.5 hours or so. So not too bad. 23 miles, 4.5 hours. Plus I was filming some. So, anyways, pretty good ride. The ride between the land bridge and Shangra-La is definitely more difficult than from Santos to the land bridge. So keep that in mind if you're gonna do this ride. I didn't get to film much of that because it was just like up and down, and you know, I didn't want to risk taking the camera out and crashing or something. But anyways, I'm gonna set up, maybe take a shower because I am at a Carr campground, and eat some dinner. day 2 of my bikepacking adventure on the Omba Epic Trail here in the Ocala area. So time to get up, eat breakfast, break down the tent, and get on that bike. So this Cross Florida Greenway, the Omba Epic follows the Cross Florida Greenway for quite a while. But it's basically, it's the remnants of what was going to be a canal. They started digging this canal. I don't really know exactly when. I'll have to look it up when I get home, but it's pretty cool because it gives the terrain a lot of ups and downs, which is rare in Florida, so it makes for some fun roller coaster mountain biking. It also gives you these nice little ledges. Kind of makes you feel like you're on a ridge, at least for Florida, which is pretty cool. I accidentally did the canal diggings loop instead of continuing on Christmas tree. Back there when I got to the paved bike path, I could have followed that for 2.2 to the land bridge, which I believe is the correct way to go on the way back on the Epic towards Santos, but I didn't want to follow the paved path for 2 miles, so I took Christmas tree. Somehow, when I took Christmas tree, I didn't follow the signs, and I missed my right-hand turn to keep following Christmas tree, and I ended up going straight onto canal diggings. So, if you're going to do this trail, make sure you are following the signs correctly, because I probably did an extra, I don't know, maybe an extra 1 or 2 miles. I'm not sure how long canal diggings is. Probably maybe only a mile or so, but it felt like forever. Anyways, gonna keep on going. So I'm a little more than halfway done for the day. Probably got, I don't know, 15 more miles to the Santos Trailhead, which is good because it's getting pretty hot out here. It's probably about 85 and sunny. So anyways, I'm gonna give you a quick overview of my bike setup. It's not ideal, but it's what I've got, and it's been working pretty good for me. I had a different setup on my first trip last spring, and this setup is working way better. So here's my bike. It's a full suspension, so not ideal for bike packing, but it's the only bike I have, so it's what I had to go with. So I've got my water bottle strapped to the down tube there with some Revelate Designs washboard straps, which have been working out really great. I do highly recommend them if you're looking for some sort of straps for strapping stuff to your bike. Come around here, I've got the Revelate Designs gas tank here. It just holds my bike multi-tool and a spare tube. Got my multi-tool in there, a patch kit right down in there, and a spare tube in that plastic bag there. And then up front here, I've got the Revelate Designs Sweet Roll size medium. It holds a good amount of stuff. I've got my backpacking quilt in there, and some long underwear, some spare clothes, stuff like that. It's a few little, like a little electronics bag. I've also got my trekking pole here because my tent is a trekking pole setup tent. It's a Tarptent Aeon Li, which does require a trekking pole. You can buy a carbon fiber pole, but I don't bike pack that often, so I just took my trekking pole. I've also got some spare bike parts right up in here. So that just attaches to my handlebar here, and then on top of my handlebar I strapped up, this is my tent. So it weighs about 1 pound, so not too heavy. It's the, inside here is the Tarptent Aeon Li. I put it in its own stuff sack, and then I put it in a separate waterproof stuff sack as well. I didn't know if there'd be any chafing sitting here on the handlebar, so I didn't want the Cuban fiber with direct contact with that, so I double stuff sacked it. And I'm also using one of those Revelate Designs washboard straps to strap that to my handlebar, and it's actually been working out really great. I wasn't sure how it was going to work out, but it's been great. It's been holding on great and hasn't been causing any issues whatsoever. And I've got my backpack here. It's a day bag. It's holding my food bag and my sleeping pad, my Sea to Summit sleeping pad. But yeah, so it's not too heavy, a little heavier than I would like. But since I don't have a full frame, or since I don't have a hardtail, I can't put a frame bag in my bike, so I do have to carry some stuff on here. I also don't have a seat bag, which I may invest in that, get one from Revelate Designs, and that would also make my pack a little lighter. So what I meant back there when I said I was about halfway done for the day, I mean 15 miles left for the day, because I'm only doing 18, 19 miles today, so probably about 9 miles left, and that was about a mile ago, so maybe 8 miles left. So anyways, enjoying the ride, but also looking forward to some good food and something good to drink. Finished my epic mountain bike ride, my overnight bikepacking trip. It was definitely well worth it. If you're a newbie at bikepacking, but you're still like an intermediate mountain biker, I would highly suggest this if you want to try getting into bikepacking, because 42 miles with an overnighter isn't too bad, just enough to make you feel like you accomplished something. Looking forward to some sort of ice cold drink and maybe some food. But if y'all like these adventures, please subscribe, hit that notification bell to let you know every time a new video comes out, and until next time, keep on adventuring.